Welcome back to our journey through Napoleon Hill's timeless masterpiece, The Law of Success. In our last episode, you forged your definite chief aim, the clear, burning purpose that now acts as your North Star. Today, we ignite its engine, self-confidence. This is the third principle, the psychological bedrock upon which all lasting achievement is built. It is not arrogance or boastfulness, but a profound, quiet faith in the powers lying dormant within you, waiting for your command to awaken and act. Think of your definite chief aim as a magnificent ship you have designed. Self-confidence is the unshakable conviction that you are a worthy captain, capable of navigating any storm and reaching your distant, chosen shore, no matter the turbulence of the sea. This confidence is a state of mind, one you must create and nurture. It is the product of definite causes, not a gift of chance or birthright. It is the internal chemistry that transmutes the lead of doubt into the gold of certainty. Before you can convince the world of your value, you must first convince the most important person, yourself. Your outer world is but a mirror, reflecting the beliefs you hold in the quietest chambers of your own heart and mind. This belief is not blind. It is rooted in an honest understanding of your own potential. It is the knowledge that you possess the ability to learn, to grow, and to attract the resources necessary to achieve your purpose. But this fortress of faith is under constant siege. The enemy is an insidious force, an army of shadows that lives within the mind. Napoleon Hill calls them the 6 ghosts of fear, and they must be conquered. The first and most common ghost is the fear of poverty. It whispers of lack and limitation, paralyzing your ambition with thoughts of, "What if I fail?" It keeps you chained to security when your soul yearns for significance and freedom. This fear breeds indecision, the thief of opportunity. It makes you hesitate when you should act, doubt when you should trust, and retreat when you should advance. It convinces you to settle for a life far smaller than the one you deserve. Consider the small business owner in Austin who fears expanding, not for lack of a market, but for fear of losing what little they have. This ghost convinces them that the risk of ruin is greater than the promise of reward. To conquer it, you must saturate your mind with thoughts of prosperity. You must focus so intently on your definite chief aim that there is no mental room left for its opposite. Abundance and lack cannot occupy the same space. The second ghost is the fear of criticism. This is the fear that keeps you silent in meetings, that stops you from sharing your art, that makes you conform to the crowd. It is the fear of what they will think or say. It forces you to suppress your authentic self, to wear a mask of agreeability. A student in Chicago holds back a brilliant idea in class, fearing ridicule. An artist in Miami paints what sells, not what their soul needs to express. You must build an immunity to criticism. Realize that often, the criticism of others is merely a projection of their own fears and limitations. Your self-approval must become the only approval that holds weight in the court of your mind. The third ghost is the fear of ill health. This is the phantom of hypochondria, the constant worry over every minor ache and pain. It is a powerful negative form of autosuggestion that can create the very symptoms it fears. This fear drains your vitality. It turns your focus inward on decay and weakness, robbing you of the energy needed to pursue your goals. It forgets the mind's profound power to influence the body's well-being and resilience. The fourth ghost is the fear of the loss of love. This fear breeds jealousy, suspicion, and possessiveness. It can cause you to make desperate, irrational decisions in your relationships, ultimately pushing away the very affection you crave. It stems from a lack of self-love and self-worth. When you are confident in your own value, You do not live in constant terror of being abandoned. You attract love from a place of wholeness, not from a place of desperate need. The fifth ghost is the fear of old age. Our culture often worships youth, leading many to fear that with age comes irrelevance and decay. This is a lie that robs you of the wisdom and perspective that only time can provide. See your later years not as a sunset, but as a harvest. It is the time when you can offer the world the accumulated wisdom of your experiences. Your value does not diminish with time. It compounds, like interest in a well-tended account. And the final, most imposing ghost is the fear of death. This fear of the ultimate unknown can prevent you from truly living. It makes you timid, cautious, and afraid to take the necessary risks that a full life demands. The antidote is to focus on your purpose for living. When your definite chief aim is so compelling, so all-consuming, you have no time to dwell on the inevitable end. You are too busy building a legacy that will outlast you. These 6 fears are the termites of the soul. They silently eat away at the foundation of your self-confidence until the entire structure collapses. You must find them, name them, and systematically eliminate them from your consciousness. So how do we build an unshakable fortress of self-confidence? The first and most powerful tool, as Hill teaches, is auto-suggestion. It is the principle of feeding your subconscious mind a diet of empowering, affirmative thoughts. You must become the deliberate architect of your own self-image. Your inner dialogue is the blueprint. Is it saying, "I am capable, I am strong, I will succeed"? Or is it echoing the whispers of the 6 ghosts of fear? Hill prescribed a written formula for self-confidence, a declaration to be read aloud daily. It is a contract with yourself, a statement of intent that rewires your neural pathways for success and belief, burning the message into your subconscious mind. Write it down now. I know I have the ability to achieve my definite chief aim. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action toward its attainment. And I here and now promise to render such action. This is your vow. Repeat this vow morning and night. Feel the emotion behind the words. See yourself as the person who has already achieved your goal. This is not just recitation. It is a rehearsal for your future reality, a conscious act of creation. The second pillar of confidence is action. Faith without works is dead. Confidence is not born from thinking alone. It is the child of doing. Competence is the bedrock of confidence. You believe you can because you have done. Start with small, manageable victories. If your goal is to become a great public speaker, don't start by booking a stadium. Start by speaking up in a small meeting, then volunteering for a short presentation. Each act is a brick in the wall. Emerson said, "Do the thing you fear, and the death of fear is certain." Action is the great antidote to anxiety. The moment you move, the moment you take that first step, the ghost of fear begins to shrink and fade away, and failure is not the enemy of confidence. It is part of its education. When you act and fall short, you are not a failure. You are a student. You have simply discovered a way that doesn't work, bringing you closer to the way that does. The third pillar is the Mastermind Alliance, which we will explore in a future episode. For now, understand this. Surrounding yourself with people who believe in you is like having a chorus that amplifies your own song of self-belief. Their faith acts as a buttress when your own walls are shaking. A true friend or mentor can see the giant oak within your acorn and reflect that vision back to you, reminding you of the potential you temporarily forgot. The fourth pillar is precise knowledge and self-analysis. Know your strengths and leverage them. Know your weaknesses and either improve them or form alliances with those who are strong where you are weak. Confidence loves certainty. This is not about being perfect. It is about being honest. The confident person is not afraid to say, "I don't know, but I can find out." Their faith is not in their current knowledge, but in their ability to acquire any knowledge required. As you build this inner fortress, something remarkable begins to happen. Your outer world starts to transform. Your newfound confidence radiates from you in subtle, powerful ways that others can feel and see. It changes the way you walk, the tone of your voice, the firmness of your handshake. There is a quiet energy, a magnetic quality that emanates from a person who holds an unshakable faith in themselves and their purpose. People will want to help you. Opportunity will seem to find you. This is not magic. It is the law of attraction in action. The universe conspires to assist the person whose mind is prepared, whose heart is certain, and whose hands are ready. A leader in a Seattle tech startup filled with this quiet certainty doesn't need to shout to be heard. Their team feels their conviction and is inspired to follow, not out of obligation, but out of a shared belief in the vision. This is the power you are cultivating. It is the force that turns a definite chief aim from a mere wish into a tangible, inevitable reality. It is the essential ingredient that gives life and power to your plans. It is the courage to begin. It is the resilience to continue when you are met with temporary defeat. It is the poise to accept success with humility and grace, knowing it was the natural result of the laws you put into motion. Your task is to stand guard at the door of your mind, to challenge every negative, fearful thought that seeks entry, to consciously and deliberately choose the thoughts of courage, faith, and self-reliance that will build your destiny. This is a daily practice, a mental hygiene as important as any physical routine. You are the gardener of your mind. Uproot the weeds of fear and doubt. Plant and water the seeds of self-confidence every single day. You now hold the blueprint for your purpose and the psychological fuel to power its journey. You have your definite chief aim and the unwavering self-confidence to pursue it. You have defined your destination and fortified your will for the voyage ahead. But a grand journey requires more than just a map and a strong will. It requires provisions. It requires the tangible resources that give you the freedom to act on your plans without distraction or desperation. This is where our next principle comes in. Join us for our next episode, where we will explore the crucial fourth principle, the habit of saving. You will discover how to systematically accumulate the financial power that will give your aim and your confidence a solid foundation on which to stand.